everyone. I am Burgandi Phoenix.
And I'm Govind Kumar.
And you are watching The Curve.
Brought to you by Casting Frontier.
Yes.
And today we're here celebrating and sitting with Mr. Jack Curenton, who is...
the first...
Casting Frontier's premier member of the month.
Woo!
And
Congratulations.
We have been told that you are so proactive, you're a go-getter, and have worked on so many things. Can you tell the people out there watching some of the recent things?
Sure. Let's talk about being a go-getter. The thing that I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday is I'm usually up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get my pot of coffee, and then by 7, I'm on the computer, and I'll usually spend a couple hours going through Casting Frontier, other websites, promoting and trying to find jobs. I'm also constantly on social media, reaching out to casting directors, producers, other actors, to simply say, hi, remember me? We worked together, or can we work together again? Because it's always important to reach out and find people that you can make friends with, because that's what it's all about, or people you can collaborate with at one point or another. So one of the best jobs I think I ever got from Casting Frontier, thanks to James Levine.
Shout
we know him.
James called me up one day and said, where are you? And I said, I'm about 15 minutes away. He said, can you get here in about 30 minutes because there's a part here that's yours to lose. And it was for Hi-Fi Klubben in Denmark, Copenhagen.
Wow.
And so I got there and he sent me the script and I did what I usually do, which is change something, because I watched one of your shows earlier. And I always put a brand in, something different, because I want them at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, I really liked what he did, or why the heck did he do that? But they remember me. And so I've had a lot of people come back to me 1 or 2 or 3 years later saying, we didn't cast you for this, but we'd like you to come in and read for that. So I got the part. I went to Copenhagen. They said, we're going to fly in. We're going to have you film, and we'll fly you back out the next day. I said, no, give me 3, 4 more days. I'll pay for my hotel. I've never been to Denmark. They did, and they paid for my hotel, too, which was really cool. But it went so big, so viral, that they actually did it again the next year.
Wow.
And this was on TV. This was in movie houses. This was point-of-purchase sale signs in stores. And the next time I went, I had an 11-day vacation in Europe. So for 1 day of filming, I stayed and spent 4 days in London, 4 days in Paris, 3 days in Copenhagen. So thank you, James. You gave me a great vacation. My wife loved it. Well, you know, I spent 33 years in sales. Real simply, I grew a company from 800 clients to 35,000 clients. When I got off the gerbil wheel, I decided, hey, I'm selling the most important product I ever had, me.
Wow.
And so if I can't sell that and get behind the product, then I might as well just pack it in and go sell shoes somewhere.
Wow, that's great to hear.
This was important. You have to have that dedication to your craft, to your job. And it's not show me, show art, show off. It's show business. If you don't understand it's a business, you will be out of business. So you have to treat it like one. You have to be professional. And when you're dealing with casting directors, producers, anybody in the industry, it's more important that they like you. Because I've directed 21 productions myself. Yeah, I'm a speech major. I've had 21 productions I directed myself, and I would prefer to have somebody that's like 95% talent and 110% somebody I like working with.
Yes.
Because I don't want to be walking around or driving down the street going, why did he do that? And if I'm talking to myself about you more than 3 times, you're history. So remember that.
Wow.
They gotta
Make
like
an
you.
impression in the right way.
It's relationships. I work a lot. And because of that, it gives me a scale of economy that if I'm not working for somebody else, I can make my own projects. In 2016, I decided I heard that J.J. Abrams, George Lucas were going to do a Star Wars fan film contest. They hadn't done it for years, so they had thousands of entries. And I reached out to a couple of very good friends to co-produce with me, Todd Blood and Jason Tobias. We co-wrote the thing, and it's called Generations. And everybody goes, can I see it on Vimeo? Can I see it on YouTube? No, just go to starwars.com. It's on the Lucasfilm website.
It's awesome.
Wow.
In 2016, it won the Spirit of Fandom Award in London. I went and got my little Golden Stormtrooper.
Wow.
2 years later, I found out they were doing another contest, and so I reached out to some friends, and none of them wanted to work with it, so I did it myself. The difference is when you're producing it yourself, you don't get to split the bills. You pay them all.
Wow.
The next film was called Like My Father Before Me. And this takes place in a senior citizen home. The working title was Jediatrics. It won the Audience Choice Award, which to me is the best award because it says the fans validate your story, they validate your characters. My grandparents raised me as a child, and I've always said grandparents help children survive parents. And so the first film, Generations, is like Princess Bride meets Star Wars. It's a story of a grandfather and a grandson.
So cute.
And the second one is, like I said, it takes place in a senior citizen home with 3 elderly people, of which I'm one. Give it to the old guy, you know. I say that to James every week. You know, you got a part for the old guy?
Give it to the old guy. Subject line, give it to the old guy.
Old age and treachery versus youth and enthusiasm every time.
And so that must be one of the biggest piece of advice you can give for people out there. Submit, create your own work, never take no. It's you put yourself out there, and now you can see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, when I'm not submitting or I'm not doing a job or I'm making up jobs so other people can work, then I'm at least getting out there to events and to different situations. I went to Star Wars Celebration last month in Chicago, and I was interviewed on the main stage by Anthony Carboni and Andy. And so it just continually gets you in front of people. And it's like Lucasfilms, Disney. I worked for Disney for 2 years in the Aladdin the Musical Spectacular. I was the narrator and sultan.
Stop it.
Give them something to remember you by.
Wow.
That's important.
That is, and on that note, I cannot even tell you how happy we are to have had. Congratulations,
Yes.
you're
Congrats
the first member
Thank
of
you.
the month.
Thank
Where
you.
can people find you on social?
I'm on YouTube. My channel has about 60 film clips and commercials. I've got feature films that I've been in. One I did called Terror Dactyl. Somebody once said that it out-sharked Sharknado.
My God.
So there's another one called Roadside. And so I've been in a lot of films,
And they can just
a lot
do
of
Jack
commercials.
Currenton.
And they can
Yeah.
just
Just
look that up
search
on
Jack
YouTube.
Currenton out
Jack E.
there.
Curenton, YouTube.
What about Twitter, Instagram?
Yes, same thing.
Same thing.
Jay Curenton on Twitter.
Well, it has been a lovely pleasure talking
Thank
with
you.
you.
Thank you.
And
I have to give
Say it.
props one more time,
more.
though, to Casting Frontier.
Right?
Because a couple of years ago, I did a project which was a pre-Super Bowl commercial with Mars, Skittle, and Walmart.
Wow,
And
the big three.
Yep. I played a little old guy that came in a walker, and they handed me the football and said, and I acted like myself. They said, can you throw this football and spike it? I said, okay. So they throw it to me and I drop it. I go, oh, that didn't work. Wait a minute. And I pick it up and I hand it over to him again. And so she tosses cut, and they're like, oh my God, we're gonna have to put him in a wheelchair to get him out of here for the audition. So they throw it back, I spike it, and I moonwalk all around the thing. And they're like, because I was a professional dancer too, and I used to win dance contests. So I did that. And obviously got that commercial. Thank you again.
See, he is a jack of all trades.
And this goes to show you,
Yeah, this
all
is-
waters lead you to somewhere. And
I've looked like this since I was 16. The hair was a different color. It was dark.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Jack Currenton. It's been a
Thanks for
pleasure.
having me.
Thank you for watching out there, and check back in for the next episode of The Curve. Thank you.
As far as acting, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Get out and do it.
Do it.
Bye now. See you on set.
Aw.